Good evening, Crabs fans around the world and around the block, listening on the World Wide Web and on the radio. Crabs Baseball is on the air. Benjamin Schaefer along with Liam Warner, and we are excited to bring you all the Rock'em Sock'em baseball action tonight as the Crabs take on the Lincoln Potters for a huge 3-game league series this weekend. And Crabs won 2 out of 3 in Lincoln, so Potters here trying to get back and win the series here, and the Crabs, of course, trying to do the same. So some exciting and tough baseball looking forward to tonight and this weekend in general, Liam.
Yeah, the Lincoln Potters definitely coming in here for some revenge. I mean, last Friday it took 11 innings. The Crabs won by a score of 5-3, and then last Saturday in Lincoln, the Crabs let it get away from them in the 8th. Fortunately, they lost after having a lead coming into the 8th, and then last Sunday the Crabs pulled away for a pretty decisive rubber match victory. So really excited to see what the Crabs have for these league opponents. It's going to be a really good test of what the Crabs are made of.
All right, let's give you the lineups for the visiting Potters first.
All right, as always, the lineups are brought to you by Compass Community Credit Union and the North Coast Co-op. Leading off for the Potters will be the right fielder, number 6, Cole Eaton. Batting second will be the catcher, Adam Paniagua. Batting third will be the first baseman, Ty McGraw. Batting fourth will be the center fielder, Brian Williams Jr. Batting fifth will be the second baseman, Tristan Russell. Batting sixth will be the designated hitter, Ethan Liao. Batting seventh will be the third baseman, Ryan Lee, who hit a home run against the Crabs last weekend in Lincoln. Batting eighth will be the left fielder, Tyler Russell. Batting ninth will be the shortstop, Zach Story. And on the mound for the Potters will be Torin O'Haron. It is the same exact pitching matchup tonight as it was last Friday in Lincoln. Torin O'Haron against Miles Standish.
And the Crabs won that game.
Crabs did indeed win that game.
Let's hope it works out similarly tonight. I'll give you the Crabs lineup when it's their turn to bat because we're ready to play. Here is Eaton stepping in. For the Crabs, it's Miles Standish on the mound. Kavanasaurus is catching. Houston Hirschkorn at first. Cameron Sewell at second. Keenan Morris at third. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike at the knees. Michael Prazo's at short. Jacob Pappas is in left. Tyler Howard in center, and Sutter Moss in right field. The 0-1 from Standish is in there again. 0-2. Looked like 2 off-speed pitches. He throws harder than that, right? That's not his fastball.
I don't believe so.
The 0-2. And that pitch misses low and away.
Miles Standish, this is his 5th start of the season. 22 innings pitched. In those 22 innings, he's given up 17 hits, 5 runs.
Ooh, check swing. Did he go around? Yep. Strike 3. Eaton's gone. 1 away.
He has walked 7 and now struck out 29. Comes in with a record of 2-0 and an ERA of 2.04. Standish has been outstanding.
Yeah, he sure has. Here's Paniagua, the catcher. Right-handed hitter. Standish rocks, comes home. There's a fastball in there at the knees. That's the first fastball he's thrown.
And against these Potters last Friday, he went 6 innings, gave up 7 runs, only 2 earned.
The 0-1 is cued over to first base. Backhanded by Hirschkorn, tossed to first, not in time. And Standish, a little bit slow getting over there.
Well, those are really low throw from Houston Hirschkorn that didn't lead Miles Standish to the bag. Yeah. So
that too, yeah.
But it was a really tough play to make.
Well, either way, it's an infield hit. So here's McGraw.
And in that start last Friday against the Potters, Standish walked 2, struck out 6.
So run on first, 1 away. Short lead. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it up against the screen. Well, one thing so far about Standish, his pitches have all been in there, in the zone.
Yeah, he's got some good command.
Throwing strikes.
That's what the Crabs need. I mean, the biggest
worry,
biggest worry for this team is the walks. And against these league opponents, they're going to make it hurt. So
far, he's coming in with strikes. There's a fastball that rides high.
I guess a team like the Chico Lone Wolves, you might get away with walking everybody. But against teams like the Potters and the Hillsburg Prune Packers, they are not going to let you get away with it. So they're going to need to tighten that up.
A ball and a strike to count. And the pitch. Rides high again with a fastball. 2-1 pitch. Lined into right field, down the line. On his way to third is Peniagua, and they'll have runners on the corners with only one out. Pitch up in the zone, and McGraw slapped it into right field.
Number 12, center fielder, Brian Williams Jr.
Here's Williams Jr.
See a guy with a Potters jersey? He just walked by. That's the Potters PA. Oh, no way. He's here. Yeah. Okay, cool. PA announcer.
And the pitch. He takes high and outside.
I don't. If I saw him before the game, I was going to have him come up here. No, nice. I think he showed up pretty late.
The 1-0 in there for a strike. One and one to count. And the pitch is a strike at the knees. So ball and 2 strikes now to Williams Jr. Peniagua at third, McGraw at first, one away, just getting started. A lovely day at the in Arcata and a lovely night at the ballpark. A little bit of clouds, but mostly sunny. And the wind blowing out towards center field. There's a fastball high, 2-2. A great night for baseball. The band is here. The place is packed. It's Cal Poly night, so a lot of my colleagues out in the picnic area tonight.
Well, you have a much better view than they do.
Absolutely, that's right. 2-2 the count. And that misses low, and the count goes full.
How many of them even know you're up here calling a game on the radio?
I don't think most people do, no. A few do, but.
It's like you lead a double life.
I do lead a double life, yes. It's my summer life and my non-summer life.
Yep.
3-2 pitch. Fouled up against the screen.
When I went to then Humboldt State, one of my favorite things that I ever did in the journalism program was write that story about you.
Oh yeah, that was a fun interview. That was cool. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I hope
3-2 to count.
Hope to shed some light on to your colleagues about what you do during the summer.
A few did email me and say, I didn't know you were doing that. It's cool. There's a high bounder over to third, and they won't have a play. That's another infield hit that scores a run. That was just what they used to call a Baltimore chop. He hit it hard down on the turf, and it just took a high hop. No chance for Keenan Morris over at third. So already it's 1-0 in favor of the Potters.
Well, the Crabs have trailed the Potters before this season, and 2 out of 3 times it ended up pretty good. So.
Yeah. Well, that was just bad luck there. I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't hit the ball that hard. He hit it straight down almost. So runners on first and second. Is this Trevor Russell?
Tristan Russell.
Tristan Russell. There's 2 Russells on this team. Fouled out of play. Oh, and 1. That one's fouled up against the screen. So Standish ahead 0-2 now. 1-0 Potters. Look out at second. And Standish comes home. Swung on and missed. Got him. A good high fastball.
Great pitch.
2 away.
Next in 3, designated hitter Ethan Liao.
Here's Ethan Lau. DH tonight's game. First and second now, 2 away. Here comes the pitch. And that just misses outside. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. Misses inside. The 2-0. That's in there. Called strike. McGraw at second. Williams Jr. at first. 2-1, the count to Lau. Ryan Lee on deck. Here comes the 2-1, and it's fouled out of play. Two and two. The pitch. Oh, breaking pitch called. Strike three on the inside corner. Nasty. So he ends up striking out the side. But the Padres do get a run on 3 infield hits. Actually, 2 infield hits and a single to right field. But anyway, on 3 hits, and there were no errors, and 2 left. And at the end of half an inning, it's the Padres 1 and the Crabs nothing. This is Crabs Baseball 107.3 FM. We're back thanks to Baywood Golf and Country Club, also Big Blue Cafe. Visit the Crabs' favorite Big Blue Cafe on the plaza in Arcata, serving breakfast and lunch all day. Welcome home to the Big Blue. Crestmark Millwork, a local manufacturer of custom cabinetry and millwork for commercial projects throughout California and Oregon, creating signature elements of extraordinary spaces. Since 1997, Crestmark is committed to promoting a healthy and productive society by investing in the relationships with employees, local community suppliers, and customers. For the Crabs, Keenan Morris leads it off at third base. Jacob Pappas bats second in left field. Cameron Sewell at second base bats third. Adam Enyart will be the cleanup hitter in the DH. Tyler Howard in center field bats fifth. Houston Hirschkorn at first bats sixth. Sutter Moss in right field bats seventh. Kivanasaurus will catch him bat eighth. Michael Perazo at shortstop bats ninth. And as we've already seen, Standish is on the mound. Here's Keenan Morris to bat against Torin O'Haron, big right-hander from Stanford University.
Torin O'Haron last Friday against the Crabs. He went 3 1/3, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, struck out 8. They used 7 pitchers in that game.
And there's a fastball high and inside to Morris.
Although it did go 11 innings, so. Keenan Morris coming in batting .371.
Having a great season.
Yeah, both
Here's
sides.
1-0, and he takes a fastball low and inside, 2-0.
Been great at the plate, been great defensively.
Great on the bases.
Great on the bases. He has been great all around. 8 RBIs, 12 walks, 12 stolen bases. That leads the team by quite a bit. Or
Yeah, this team doesn't steal as much
Sewell.
as our past Crabs teams have. More of a power team. Next pitch misses low, and it's 3-0 now to Morris. I mean, they are aggressive on the bases, but not to the extent that past teams have been. Here's a 3-0. That's a strike.
Yeah, I think you're right. Relative to Crabs teams in recent history, they're not quite as aggressive.
They have more power and less speed. Although they do have some fast players for sure. 3-1 to count. And that's fouled up against the screen, bringing the count full. Awesome. 3-2. Swings a pitch high in the zone and pops it in foul territory, first base side. And it'll be the first baseman, McGraw, making the catch for out number 1. He was fooled on that pitch. Defensively, it's Torrin O'Haron on the mound. Adam Paniagua is the catcher. Ty McGraw at first. Tristan Russell at second. Ryan Lee at third. Zach Story at short. Tyler Russell in left field. Brian Williams in center. And Cole Eaton is in right field. 1 away. Here's Jacob Pappas. I think Pappas played in the middle of the week. Here's the pitch. And he takes a fastball for a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, I think because it was non-league, the Crabs were just rotating some guys in.
Yeah.
That really didn't get much or any playing time on the road trip, so.
Here's the 0-1, and he grounds it right back up the middle, and that's going to kick through for a base hit. So runner at first, 1 out, and that brings Cameron Sewell to the bat.
Sewell's been outstanding this season.
He sure has.
He's coming in 15 games, batting .400, 15 RBIs, 14 walks, 2 home runs, 10 stolen bases. He's doing just about everything.
Next, number 11, second baseman, Cameron Sewell.
And a nice bat, too.
Yeah, that's cool, that pink bat. All right, Pappas over at first. Here's the pitch to Sewell, and he takes low. It's 1-0 in favor of the Potters. The 1-0. Fastball is outside. There's a strike at the knees. 80-mile-an-hour pitch. Perfect pitch.
Yeah, dotted right on the corner.
2-1. Throw to first, and the runner dives back safely. O'Haron sets and comes home 2-1 with a fastball away.
The other thing I've noticed about the Crabs offense is that they have a lot of really patient hitters who have really good command of the strike zone. I mean, it's pretty rare that you see a Crabs hitter just...
You don't see him swing a lot of bad pitches. Yeah. It's true. 3-1, and he walks him. So 2 runners aboard for the Crabs for Adam Enyart. And that is just the guy we like to see up there in a situation like this.
Adam Enyart, I mean, he's been fantastic. Coming in batting .348. He leads the team with 5 home runs. He also leads the team with 29 RBIs. He has 7 walks and a couple of stolen bags. I believe he had 5 RBIs on Sunday against the Lincoln Potters.
Saying, yeah, amazing. Well, he's got a chance here with Pappas at second and Sewell at first, only 1 out, and he hits a slow roller out to second base. Over to second for 1, that's all they're going to get. on the play. Pappas goes to third, and you're safe on the fielder's choice. Two away. Runners on the corners for Tyler Howard.
Tyler Howard joined the team on the road trip in Healdsburg, and he's off to a great start in his Crabs career. In 6 games, batting .429. He has 1 home run, 7 RBIs, a walk. He's been great.
Sure has.
Looking to keep it going.
So Pappas at third, Enyard at first, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike right down the middle. Oh, and 1. Fouled off the hands. Out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Count to Howard. And the pitch. Oh, he tried to hold up on a fastball high in the zone. They peeled to first. He did not hold up, and that ends the inning. No runs. There was a hit. There were no errors and 2 left, and at the end of 1, it's 1-0 in favor of Lincoln Potters. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. We're back. Top of the second inning. It's the bottom of the order for the Potters. Lee, Tyson Russell, and Story against Miles Standish. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on a foul tip. 0-1 now to Lee.
Ryan Lee, he hit a no-doubter home run out to left field in Lincoln against the Crabs. So he's got some serious power.
The 0-1 misses outside.
So the air up here and the air down in Lincoln are a little bit different.
There's a big swing and a miss.
Weather's cooler up here. You got the marine influence, and ball travels. As we've talked about before, the ball travels farther down south than it does here. So
1-2 is high and outside. We definitely see that too in Medford. I think the ball obviously travels further there.
Well, I think a lot of opposing teams come here and they find that they can't hit the ball as far.
2-2 is popped high in the air. That's drifting out towards right center field, and on the run, Miles Standish with a great catch on a ball that just kept drifting out towards the right field fence, and a slide and a catch, and very well done.
Yeah, Sutter Moss out there in right field with the catch.
What did I say?
It's Miles Standish.
Sutter Moss.
That would have been really impressive.
That
Miles
would have
Standish.
been way more impressive than Miles Standish. Yeah, great catch by Sutter Moss.
Sutter Moss has made some really good plays.
That was a long run too. That ball just kept drifting away. The wind is blowing right out towards center field.
The
So
ball carried more than I thought it was going to.
I thought it was a pop-up on second base. There's a fastball down low now to Tyson Russell.
But you're right. Looking at the flag, it's blowing out pretty steadily out to center field.
One's cued foul over towards the Potters dugout.
It's been windy the entire afternoon here. I got here around 3, and the wind was just whipping. It's kind of stayed steady.
It got really windy up at the, I was up on Nealon Hill last night. It got really windy up around midnight. 0-2 now the count.
Oh, we know you like to party, Benjamin.
The 0-2 down low. One, two, swung on and missed, got him, good fastball, 2 away.
I mean, Miles Standish is a broadcaster's dream because
he's fast.
He
quick.
pounds the zone and he works quick.
He doesn't throw a lot. He's around the plate constantly, always, and he works fast. So you're not calling a game with 100 walks. And
it's not just the fact that we like it. He's really good.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I'm sure his defense appreciates it too.
Oh,
First pitch.
yeah.
To Story is a fastball away. 1-0 misses low.
If you're standing behind your pitcher, I mean, it's a lot of standing around. You want a guy who works quickly so that you're ready to go when you need to make a play.
Hard ground ball foul, wide of third. Two and one to Story. 2-1, swung on and missed. Good fastball away. 2-2. Two, breaking pitch misses low.
See, that's one of those pitches where if we didn't have
like
TrackMan,
up here,
I would have thought that was a strike.
Yeah,
but looking at TrackMan, that was well low.
Yeah. That one's hit in the air to right field. Moss coming in. And he's got it for the third out of the inning. Potters go 1-2-3 in the second. They lead 1-0. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM.
Candy and Bruce, from Darcy, Zoe, and Owen. So happy to be in the crowd staying together.
Welcome back. Thanks to Cypress Grove Cheese, the leading producer of delicious artisan goat cheese, including Humboldt Fog, one of the most famous cheeses in the country. Proudly based in Arcata, Cypress Grove cheeses are available at cheese shops and grocery stores nationwide and online at cypressgrovecheese.com. There's nothing like that Humboldt Fog feeling. Thanks to Charleston Tree Services, here to help you with your growing concerns. Locally owned and operated family business has served homeowners and commercial property owners throughout Humboldt County since 2007. And Compass Community Credit Union. Hey, Crabs fans, Compass Community Credit Union is happy to point you toward a better banking experience. Visit their conveniently located branches in Arcata and Eureka or online at compassccu.org. That's compassccu.org. For the Crabs, Hirschkorn, Moss, and Soros to bat in the bottom of the second, trailing 1-0 against Torrin O'Hara and Lincoln Potters. A very important 3-game league series. Here's Hirschkorn. Here's the pitch. And he takes a breaking pitch on the inside corner for a strike. How's Houston Hirschkorn doing for us this year, Liam?
Let's see, he's coming in batting .333.
0-1. Misses outside.
In addition to that, he has 2 RBIs, 3 walks.
Ball and a strike to count. Lights coming on now, and there's a hot ground ball to short. Couple of hops. Story has it and throws him out. 1 away. Here's Sutter Moss.
Moss hit no doubt home run on Wednesday night.
He sure did.
Right? That thing was
blasted.
Crushed out to right field. That was his 3rd home run of the season, coming in batting .226, 16 RBIs, 12 walks.
Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. 0-1. One misses low. One ball, 1 strike to count. That's fouled off the screen. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Moss. 1 out, nobody on for the Crabs. O'Haron sets and comes home outside.
Thank you, Tamara.
2-2, and he reaches down and fouls that pitch out of play. Oh, straight pitch well below the knees. He sort of just golfed at it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Fastball rides high and in. Three and 2. Three-two is called. Strike 3 on the inside corner. Moss knew it.
That was a really good pitch.
2 away. Here's Cavanosaurus.
Soares coming in batting .267. He has 12 RBIs, 9 walks, 3 stolen bases.
Potters in their bright orange tops with gray pants, black sleeves. Crabs in their traveling uniforms. Say Humboldt on the front. Fastball misses high.
I don't think the Crabs really have like
Not
a
really-
set
not really
home
set for that,
uniform and a
but
set
yeah.
away uniform.
But generally,
kind of just wear them everywhere.
yeah, generally a team's traveling uniforms say
Yeah, right. The
where they're
place.
from. Yeah. But it's true. The Crabs just wear the uniforms on whenever. 1-0 misses outside.
I believe the way it works, at least on the road, is that whoever is starting the game gets to choose
Oh, really?
the uniform. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. 2-0 the count. Hard ground ball over to third, and it kicks off his glove and over towards shortstop. That'll be an error on Lee. So Soros aboard for Michael Perazzo. I always figured it was just whatever if clothes were in the laundry was not what they wore.
I mean, sometimes on the road, on the road, that is the way it goes.
Yeah. I just thought it was like at my house. I mean,
whatever you have available.
Whatever's available. Yeah. So Soares over at first, 2 outs. Here's Perazzo. And he hits a line drive into center field. The second baseman has it on a hop, and a nice play going up the middle by Tristan Russell. The ball was not hit very hard. It just bounced right behind the bag. And that ends the inning. No runs. There were no hits. There was an error and 1 left. At the end of 2, the Crabs trail 1-0. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the Arcata Ballpark. Thanks to the North Coast Co-op and North Coast Mercantile, family owned and operated, serving Humboldt County since 1951. North Coast Mercantile brings you a fantastic assortment of domestic, import, and craft beers, as well as wine, spirits, non-alcoholic beverages, and snacks. Check out the Titus trailer in the right field beer garden at the Arcata Ballpark, where they have 8 taps featuring local microbrews, wine, and cider. Top of the order for the Potters, Eaton, Piniagua, and McGraw. Eaton struck out his first at bat. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Potters. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Crabs. First pitch from Standish is a little bit high. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. The 1-1 fouled up against the screen. The 1-2 down low. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, got him. 1 away.
They're really not catching up to Standish's fastball.
And he doesn't really have an overpowering fastball. And
no.
It's not in the 90s.
But it's effective.
Yep. But here's Piniagua. He infield single in his first at bat and scored the only run of the game. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. That was the off speed. He does a good job changing speeds, though, for sure. Here's the 0-1. Fastball is hit on the ground towards third. Morris has it and throws him out. 2-away.
I believe the front of the Potters uniforms say Clay City on them.
Is Lincoln, I guess that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
They're called the Potters for a reason, I
Yep.
take it. Yeah, they must make clay pots there in Lincoln. I've never been to Lincoln.
It's,
Where exactly is it?
it's about 30 miles north of Sacramento.
Oh, okay. Next pitch. Low and outside now to McGraw. He singled in his first at bat.
If you start in Roseville, that's where the team usually stays, and then you go north on 65 for about 15 minutes, you get to Lincoln.
The 1-0 is hit in the air to center field. Playable. Howard's coming in. And it's a 1-2-3 inning yet again for Standish. Crabs trail 1-0. This is Crabs Baseball 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to U.S. Bank, strengthening our local community. Commitments come through to life through their people, programs, and policies. Together we can make a difference in the communities we serve. All right. Top of the order for the Crabs, Morris, Pappas, and Sewell, trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the third inning.
Back to the top of the order for the Crabs, number 9, third baseman, Keenan Morris.
And the pitch to Morris. Fastball on the inside corner for a called strike. Go 1. This is away.
Man, really don't want to be an outfielder right now.
I know, especially in left field.
Sun angle
I
is
also don't want to be the third baseman.
pretty typical for these 7 p.m. starts.
That's
early
right.
on a sunny evening.
That's right.
It's pretty rough.
1-1 pitch. Right back up the middle to the mound, off his glove, out towards short, bare hand pickup, no play. Base hit for Morris. Right off O'Haron's knee.
Yeah, I mean, it's just instinctual for the pitcher to reach out your glove and deflect it.
Shout out to Kara Fox from Clinton.
So, coach out to the mound to see, make sure he's okay. Seems fine. All right. So runner on first, nobody out for Jacob Pappas. He singled his first at bat. He takes a fastball at the knees for a strike. Throw to first. Nothing doing over there. The 0-1, runner's going. Pitch is lined into left field for a base hit. Morris is going to hold it second, but Crab's got something going here with nobody out in the bottom of the third.
Batter alley.
Cameron Sewell to the plate. He walked his first appearance.
Batting next, number 11, second baseman Cameron Sewell.
A look out at second, and O'Haron deals. Check swing. It's a strike right on the outside corner to the knees. A perfect pitch. 1-1 to Sewell. Adam Enyard on deck.
Good part of the order's up.
The 0-1 shows bunt and takes the pitch outside. Lee is playing in on the grass at third. Shortstop and second baseman are up the middle. One and one to count. And the pitch. And yet a right field and deep, going back at the warning track, looking up, and adios, muchacho! 3-run home run, Cameron Sewell. And the Crabs lead it 3-1.
Okay, Cam. I was kind of 50-50 on whether that ball was actually going to make it out.
It didn't sound like it was hit that hard off the bat, but again, the wind is blowing out.
That's right.
Designated hitter Adam Enyard.
His third home run of the season.
3-run job. And the Crabs lead it 3-1. All righty.
Timely hitting. That's what the Crabs have been very good at.
Me gusta. Me gusta. Me gusta mucho. Me mucho gusta.
Well, even I understand that.
Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. To Enyard. Enyard hit into a fielder's choice his first at bat. Hard grounder out to short, takes a high hop. He's got it. Throw to first is wide. He pull him off? No. Nicely done by Tyson McGraw over there to keep his foot on the bag on a throw that was way offline.
Robin's going to go out there and make sure that the umpires are going to talk about it. That was pretty close. First base coach John Bryant was all over the first base umpire as well.
You couldn't really tell from here.
I know.
With me, it looked from here like he kept his foot on. I mean,
yeah, I can't really say either way definitively without looking at a replay of some kind. Robin Guyver standing just a bit down the third baseline with his arms crossed, staring at the umpires. And
he's calling him safe. All right.
Overturned the call. So
New York overrides.
Is that going to be an error then?
That's going to be an error on the shortstop.
E6.
And so Enyard's aboard for Tyler Howard.
Now the coach for the Potters is not very happy.
Well, that's the life of an umpire. You're going to make somebody unhappy.
Yep. Hey, I mean, if you're making both teams unhappy, then you must be doing a good job at the end of the day.
That's the Angel Hernandez approach.
Yeah.
Just be generally bad.
Yeah. Be so bad that everyone's mad at you.
At least he's consistent.
Now, at least Angel Hernandez is not umpiring Major League games.
No, he's not. So here's Tyler Howard. He struck out his first at bat. The 0-1. It pops out of the catcher's glove. No advance. Pitch was high. 3-1 Crabs. The 1-1. In the air to right field. Coming in is Eaton, and he makes the catch. Shallow right field for first out of the inning. Enyart holds it first. Here's Houston Hirschkorn. Grounded to short his first at bat.
22, first baseman, Houston Hirschkorn.
Ooh, a big swing and a miss from Hirschkorn on a slider away. 0-1. Runner's going. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. A throw down to second. Nowhere near in time. He had a huge jump.
Huge jump. I mean, Adam Enyart was kind of doing a shuffle towards second base and then decided to take off because the pitcher, O'Haron, was not paying attention. And the Lincoln manager seems to be unhappy about something.
Here's the 0-2, lined into center field. That is going to drop. Oh no, a diving catch. No, it gets out of his glove, and everybody's going to be safe as
He's called
Enyart
out.
goes to
He's
third.
called out.
They called him out.
They called him out.
A brilliant diving catch by Brian Williams.
Called
and
it a catch.
Well, yeah, I can see why, because he had it and the ball just kicked out of his glove when he hit the ground. But what a catch! I didn't think he had anywhere near a chance to catch that ball. So they're calling it out. So what does that mean for Enyart? Because he took off, and they're calling Enyart out at second on the double play.
Oh, and now.
Yeah.
Now Robin's upset. Okay.
Yeah, because, I mean, they didn't initially call him out, so there's no way for Enyart to know that he was out. And
Yeah,
so now
that's
he's
tough.
out at second. What kind of sense does that make? What planet is that umpire living on? Their mess up and Crabs eaten out.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
a tough one.
This is outrageous. Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs leading at 3-1 in the top of the third, and here's Liam.
Oh yeah, that last sequence was so bizarre. I
Forgot it's your turn.
I
huh?
forgot it's my innings. All right. Brian Williams Jr. will lead it off
Well,
against Miles Standish.
I'm outraged. I'm going to need a slice of pizza. Get over
right.
it. I'll be back.
Go get it. Pitch to Williams is fouled off to the right, and it's 0-1. Well, at least Cameron Sewell hit a 3-run shot. Crabs lead 3-1, but odd sequence to end the last half inning. But we move on. The 0-1 pitch. Ooh, where'd that miss? Trackman had that pitch right on the outside part of the plate. It's 1-1, but called the ball. 1-1 pitch is a pop fly out to right field, racing in and making the catch is Sutter Moss. One away. That's going to bring in Tristan Russell. As Benjamin mentioned earlier, it's Cal Poly Humboldt alumni night here at the ballpark. They're all out in the right field picnic area and throwing out one of the ceremonial first pitches of the game, as time is called, was new Cal Poly Humboldt head men's basketball coach, DJ Broom. Pitch to Russell is swung on and missed 0-1. DJ Broom, a former outstanding guard at then Humboldt State. 0-1 is a high fly ball to left, going back, looking up, tracking the baseball. Now on the track and off of his glove and heading towards third and making it in safely is Russell. And our official score is out of the booth. It's going to be a triple for Tristan Russell. Definitely a tough play for the Crabs left fielder, Jacob Pappas. Runner at third with one out. That's going to bring in Ethan Liao. Liao misses outside 1-0. Really happy for DJ Broom because I grew up watching him play. He was one of my favorite players growing up watching HSU basketball. DJ Broom was an assistant coach at the University of Montana. The 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Now it's 1-1. And now that Chris Tift, former head coach, has moved on to Cal State San Bernardino, now DJ Broom takes over the top job. So the 1-1. This is low and it's 2-1. So very excited to see what direction Cal Poly Humboldt men's basketball team heads in this next season. 2-1 is a ground ball out to the second baseman. Picks it up, throws to first, 2 away. Coming in to score is Russell. And it's 3-2 in favor of the Crabs. That's going to bring in Ryan Lee. Nobody on 2 outs. Which is swung on and missed 0-1. And one pitch is fouled off to the right. And it's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch in the dirt. And it's 1-2. If you listen to my broadcast on the road in Lincoln, you'll remember that there is no dirt at McBean Stadium where the Potters play. The 1-2 is dropped right down the middle, called strike 3, right on the lower outside corner. And that's going to do it for the Potters here in the 4th. They get a run, but the Crabs still lead 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Downtown Arcata, bottom of the 4th inning. Crabs lead the Potters by a score of 3-2. It will be Moss, Soros, and Perazzo due up for the Crabs against Torr and O'Haron. Start of league play here at the Arcata Ballpark. First Pacific Empire League game of the season here at home. First pitch to Moss is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. One pitch, check swing. Catcher's asking for appeal. There is no appeal from the home plate umpire, and pitches outside 1-1. Now, if a catcher asks for an appeal on a swing, the home plate umpire does not have to grant it. And he decided not to there. 1-1. Misses high and outside, 2-1. Pitch. This is outside, and it's 3-1. Right down the middle for a called strike. Count goes full 3-2. 3-2, fouled straight back to the screen. And we'll do it again, 3-2. Giants won earlier tonight on the south side of Chicago. They beat the White Sox 3-1. 3-2 pitch, fouled off to the left. Do it again, 3-2. Yes, Benjamin, the Giants indeed did win after a terrible series against the Miami Marlins and an awful game yesterday that I had the pleasure of being able to watch. 3-2, high and outside ball 4, so leadoff walk for Sutter Moss. Let's bring in Cabana Soares.
Number 10, catcher Cabana Soares.
Throw over to first, and Moss is back in safely.
Thank you. He'll be fine.
Another throw over to first, and again, Sutter Moss back in safely. The disengagement rule that is in use in Major League Baseball is not in effect here at the summer collegiate level. Soares is popped up off to the right, and out of play, it's 0-1. A 1 pitch, misses up high, and it's 1-1. 1-1. Ooh, misses just low and outside. 2-1. Good take by Kavanasaurus. And that ricochets off of Kavanasaurus and also off of the catcher's mask. And I think the Potters catcher is saying that it hit off of Saurus's bat, and the umpire is saying it hit off of Saurus's arm. And now the umpires are going to meet.
Please come to Cal Poly Humboldt.
And meeting's over, and the call stands. Kavanasaurus was indeed hit, and he'll go to first. Going to second is Sutter Moss. And now the Potters manager is not happy about the call. So he's going to have a discussion with the home plate umpire. It was hard to tell from up here. I mean, ball definitely took a ricochet in the box. And
From Justina and Britt, happy birthday. Thanks for being such a great coworker and friend. Now back to the crowds, number 13.
but the situation now is runners at first and second, nobody out for the Crabs, and Michael Perazzo in the box. And I welcome back my partner, Benjamin Schaefer.
I've cooled down a little.
A little bit. We're going to go to bed tonight thinking about that. I guess it'll depend on how the game ends.
Yeah, depends on the game ends. It's looking good right now.
Perazzo shows bunt and bunts it foul right back to the screen.
How
It's
did,
0-1.
can you remind me how Soros got on? What happened there?
He was hit by the pitch.
Oh, he's hit by the pitch. Okay. And so what they claim was that he
It hit his
fouled it
bat.
or something? Or?
Yeah, I think the claim from the Potters is that it hit his bat. Soros said it hit his arm. The home plate umpire ruled that it hit his arm, and after discussion, the call on the field was confirmed.
Well, I've made my arrangements for Medford,
Very nice.
so I will be joining you in Medford.
I am very excited to hear that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Perazzo shows bunt again, takes it outside 1-1, although this time you are not allowed to get COVID.
That's right. I
In
got
Medford.
COVID last year. I came home with COVID.
So you're not allowed to do that. It's not going to happen again.
And it's weird because I don't need, I mean, the only person I was next to the whole time was you.
I mean,
You
if,
didn't
I,
have
if,
it.
if I don't get tested, I don't have it, right?
That's right.
The 1-1 is punted down the third base line. Pitcher picks it up, long throw to first,
Nicely
just
done.
in time. But a great sack bunt by Michael Perazzo, just laid it right down the third base line.
Yeah,
Very
it was a good
effective.
bunt. And a nice play by O'Haron, not to panic.
Good play all around. So second and third with one out. Can bring in the top of the order, and Keenan Morris, and a guy you want up because he is an on-base and hit machine.
At least 1 for 2 tonight.
I'm very excited to have you with me in
Yeah, it's gonna
Medford.
be fun.
And
Yeah, I mean-
our good friend Jake Martin is one of the on-field special events people for the Rogues, so great to see him.
We just won't talk about it.
Pitch to Morris is a line
Right,
drive
yes.
into left field. That's a base hit. One run's going to score. The second run being waved around. He's going to score. That's Kavanasaurus, and the Crabs lead 5-2.
Huge hit by by Keenan Morris there.
Clutch hitting for the Crabs. They've done it all
And
season.
he just got a pitch he could hit, and he didn't try to pull it. He just got it and hit it where it was pitched, as they say.
They
right
did it
in the left center field.
all season and really all road trip. I mean, that's how they were able to get out of the road trip with a 3-3 record on the road trip, is just hitting timely hits in clutch situations. So runner goes, Jacob Pappas in the box, pitches high and inside, a throw way wide down to second, and stealing second will be Keenan Morris.
I said it the other night, and I think I shall repeat it now, that I know Adam Enyart is probably the favorite to be the MVP, but Keenan Morris is definitely making a case.
I mean, I don't think it's really clear yet. I mean,
don't think it is either.
There are several guys that are making a really good case for MVP. I mean,
Cameron Sewell, too.
Even Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
not.
I don't think I can pick either of those guys just yet. We're not even halfway through the season, so
that's true.
Plenty of time as there's a meeting on the mound. In the meantime, I'll take you through some other scores from around the Pacific Empire League. This is the only league game going on right now, actually. All the other league teams are playing non-league games. Poon Packers leading Athletic Edge Express, top of the ninth, 8-0. That's in Healdsburg. The Stockton Pearls lead the Medford Rogues 6-3, top of the sixth in Medford. And the Solano Mudcats beat the Bay Area Marauders 11-6.
The Bay Area Marauders, huh?
At Solano College in Fairfield. So we might have them on the schedule. I'd have to check.
Bay Area Marauders, really?
So Pappas will step in, runner at second with 1 out. And a 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch is blown outside, 2-0.
What happened to gentle baseball names like the Orioles or the Cubs or the Marauders?
Menacing teams win.
Was that team that came up here one time called the Terror?
That's a good team name, actually.
Terror.
It's over to second, and pretty close, but Morris back in safely. I mean, I like names like the Miami Heat in the NBA.
Bad. It's not bad. Kind of abstract, but it's not bad. I like bird names or animal names.
Yeah.
Cubs.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah. Crabs.
Crabs.
2-0. Up high, 3-0.
I was thinking we should have a team called the Quail, and then they could have those little things on their caps.
Remember when the Crabs used to have like a farm team? The Steelheads, I believe they were called.
Yeah.
3-0. For a called strike, and it's 3-1.
They changed their names. They were called the All-Stars at first.
That's a good name.
And then they changed their names to the Steelheads. And I remember the manager at one of the Crabs board meetings saying, well, we changed our name because we're not All-Stars. And I'm like, well, you're not fish either. So they really explain it. But
3-1 swung on and missed. Count goes full 3-2. Well, I think animal, like when opposing teams come in and they have an animal name, I mean, you can compare them to crabs.
That's right. It's cool.
You can make a direct comparison there.
Yeah.
You know, crabs and potters, I mean,
Potters is, that makes sense because it's
people who work with clay versus
right. And
it
is relevant to their place where they live.
Exactly. Both teams. A 3-2, just up high. Ball four. In fact, Trackman had that as a strike, but
right on the edge of the zone.
Gutsy take by Pappas, but he's going to head down to first. First and second with 1 out. That's going to bring in Cameron Sewell, who last time up hit a 3-run shot out to right field, which at the time made it 3-1 in favor of the Crabs. I say do it again.
I say the same thing.
Pitch to Sewell. And there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. The one swung on and missed. And it's 0-2. I remember this happening last Friday against Torrin O'Haron. The Crabs just put constant pressure on him. It's kind of the same deal exactly a week later. The 0-2 swung on and missed strike 3, and O'Haron made quick work of Cameron Sewell this time around. 3 pitches and 2 down. It's going to bring in Yardy, Adam Enyart.
for the crowd, number 16, Adam Enyard.
Enyard is a ground ball through the left side for a base hit. Morris racing around third. He's going to score, and the Crabs lead it 6-2. RBI single by Adam Enyard, his 30th RBI of the season. We're not even halfway through the season.
Number
6-2 Crabs. First and second, 2 outs. That's going to bring in Tyler Howard. I'll confess, Benjamin, I have no idea what the Crabs single season RBI record is.
I don't know what it is either, but he's got to be chasing it.
Mr. Howard is in the dirt 1-0. I don't know if he'll get Damian Henderson's home run record because his home run pace is slowed down, but he is definitely, I don't know what the record is, of course, but he is definitely, I think, on pace to get close to it. 1-0 is in there for a called strike.
Well, the thing about it is the home runs is it seems like they sort of come in bunches for him.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of typical of a lot of guys that come in here.
So he might
get super hot. I mean, you never know. Again, we're not even halfway through the season. If he goes on another hot streak, that record could be done for. 1-1 is fouled back, and it's 1-2.
Foul ball brought to you by the Fireplace on F Street in Arcade.
One, two.
that was close.
Was a perfect pitch, according to TrackMan, right on the corner, but called the ball.
Yikes.
And it's 2-2. I would not take that same pitch again. Although the home plate umpire, to be fair, has not given some pitches on the upper part of the zone. So
he's had a much narrower strike zone than we've seen.
2-2 is swung on and missed strike 3. That's going to do it for the Crabs, but they get 3 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. They now lead 6-2 over the Potters as we head to the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to Humboldt Crabs Baseball, ESPN Radio 107.3 FM. Welcome back to downtown Arcata, top of the 5th inning. Crabs lead the Potters by a score of 6-2. It'll be Russell, Story, and Eaton due up for the Lincoln Potters. Gets Miles Standish, who's had another good night so far. Mr. Russell is fouled off the plate, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, he's looked really good.
The 0-1 fouled off the plate again, and it's 0-2. 0-2's in the dirt, 1-2. Be back here tomorrow, 6:30 for game 2 of the series. My partner, Benjamin Schaefer, will be on assignment, as the Giants broadcast
That's right,
likes
I'll be
to
on
say.
assignment.
The 1-2 is fouled off to the right. Do it again in 1-2, and I believe I'll have Aaron Donaldson with me, so should be a good time. Although, without your official scoring guidance and your presence on the radio, I don't know if we'll make it through. The 1-2 is high and outside.
I have always
2 and
considered
2.
myself the 10th crab.
Really are. For all the years you put in. 2-2 is a line drive out to left center field and coming in and making a nice
catch.
basket catch is Jacob Pappas.
Well, he made that look easy,
One
didn't
away. That's going to bring in Zach Story. Story is fouled back. And it's 0-1. Pitch. This is low, 1-1. You have friends outside of the Crabs organization, Benjamin?
I do.
Shaking my head.
Well, suddenly my microphone's really loud.
1-1. This is outside, 2-1.
Oh, I must have turned up the volume when I leaned over.
Yeah, you want to sound way louder than me, huh? That you want to drown me out. The 2-1 is popped up behind home plate, and that's going to make its way into the stands. And guess what, Benjamin?
I don't have to guess.
Uncaught. 2-2. Two's in the dirt. Count goes full 3-2. 6:30 tomorrow, and then 12:30 Sunday will be Benjamin and Aaron Donaldson. Two is a high fly ball into center field, ranging back and coming in a couple of steps to make the catch is Tyler Howard. 2 away. Let's go bring in the top of the order. Cole Eaton.
6, Cole Eaton.
To Eaton. Lone inside 1-0. 1-0, just misses outside. Count goes to 2-0. 2-0, fouled straight back. And it's 2-1. 2-1, fouled off to the right onto F Street. And it's 2-2. Two misses low. Count goes full 3-2.
There's some people here with crabs on there. Figurative crabs that are like stuffed crabs on their hats. I want one of
is a
those.
high chopper just on the third base line. Standish, the pitcher, goes and gets it in a great throw to first. And that's going to do it. Here in the fifth, the Crabs lead 6-2. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, ESPN 107.3 FM. New Downtown Arcata, bottom of the 5th inning. Crabs lead the Potters by a score of 6-2. It'll be Hirschkorn, Moss, and Soares due up. And on the mound now for the Potters is number 27, Drew Kirby. Pitched against the Crabs in relief past weekend down in Lincoln. As we wait, I'll take you through some scores from around Major League Baseball tonight. The West Sacramento A's fell to the Yankees in the Bronx by a score of 3-0.
We also have a shout out to Kelsey from J-Dog.
That ballpark just strikes me as a very sort of intimate park, Yankee Stadium.
You were there not too long ago.
Yeah, I liked it. I sat in right field bleachers, and it was cool.
Right next to the bleacher creatures.
There was a pigeon who watched the whole game. The whole game just hung out right next to us, like he watched the whole game. And somebody at one point yelled to the get that pigeon's ticket.
Those city birds are bold. I mean,
yeah, he sat there the whole game.
If a game goes long enough in San Francisco, goes multiple extra innings, you can see all the
seagulls come in.
Seagulls circling around the outfield. Although that doesn't really happen very much anymore because of the automatic runner rule. Games aren't really going into the 15th inning very much anymore.
No, they're not.
I know you love that. Hirschkorn steps in. Up high, 1-0. Tomorrow is a special day at the ballpark because our state senator, president pro tempore of the Senate, Mike McGuire, will be in the ballpark tomorrow. 1-0. This is up high.
Are we celebrating the new?
Yeah, they're going to have a ribbon cutting ceremony for the new facade.
The new facade out front.
Improvements to the ballpark. Jersey Scoops is going to be here.
Oh, wow, really?
We're going to have half-price hot dogs. There's going to be all kinds of stuff going on.
Oh, wow, really?
And you're not going to be here.
Oh, well.
I know, you're crushed. The 2-0 signed inside 3-0, but Senator McGuire, I mean, was really
instrumental,
huge and crucial in securing the funding to improve the ballpark. And
yes,
so
he was.
A massive thanks goes out to him. And he's going to do a speech, and I think the Arcata City Council is going to be here. So it's going to be a cool night. If you make it to the ballpark, it'll be a good time. The 3-0 is hiding inside ball 4, and Hirschkorn walks on 4 pitches. And that's going to bring in center Moss.
Back row Aubrey. Batting next to the Crabs, number 6, right fielder Sutter Moss.
Mr. Moss hiding outside 1-0, and Drew Kirby has not thrown a strike yet.
What are people chanting? I can't understand what they're chanting.
Pitches are called strike 1-1. They are letting Drew Kirby know how many consecutive pitches outside of the strike zone he has thrown. Ball 6, ball 6.
Okay, that's what they're chanting.
And if he throws another ball, ball 7,
I see.
ball 7. They'll keep going.
They will.
Runner goes, the 1-1 is high and outside. The throw down to second, a good throw, but the shortstop, Story can't catch it. Gets away from Story, and going to third is Hirschkorn. So
Stolen base E6.
That's right. E6. I think that was a ball.
I think it was a ball.
A stolen base and an error on Story, the shortstop.
Krusty Krab coming through the crowd, meeting with his many admirers.
2-1, misses up high, 3-1. I'm sad that the Lincoln Potters mascot, Piper, was unable to make the trip up here.
So what is Piper
Arcata.
like?
Piper is a peacock.
Oh, Piper the Peacock, nice.
I believe. And it was actually his birthday when I was down there. So they had a whole birthday celebration for him.
Oh, that's cool.
And I remember one year, several years ago, the Potters were up here, and I believe Piper actually made the trip up here, and him and Krusty had a race.
We got Woodsy Al from U.S. Forest Service. We got the Gruffs of Crime Dog. We got all the mascots, all 13 of them.
And Piper doesn't look like made the trip. But on Sunday, it is Mascot Day. And tons of mascots are going to be out from many different organizations. That's always a
Oh, that's
good
cool.
time.
I like that, yeah. You're going to have that skater mascot out. Is that like a Bigfoot?
3-1 is swung on and missed 3-2. Matt Filar showed me a whole list of all the mascots. I can read off some of the mascots for Mascot Day. Krusty's going to be there. Bluefoot from Blue Lake Casino is going to be there. Lucky Logger from Cal Poly Humboldt. Go Jacks. Sassy Sasquatch
That's
from Humboldt Roller Derby. 3-2 is a line drive down the right field line. That's going to get down for a base hit. Cruising in to score is Houston Hirschkorn. And the Crabs lead at 7-2 on an RBI double from Sutter Moss. 7-2 Crabs. Good for the Crabs. Keep adding on.
Next to the Crabs, number 10, Kavana Soros.
That's going to bring in Kavanasaurus. Sutter Moss, he only hits the ball hard.
He only swings hard.
Yeah. 99 off the bat. Pitch to Saurus, way inside, 1-0. Almost hit for the second time in this game. All right, so more of the mascots on Mascot Day on Sunday. Woodsy Owl from the U.S. Forest Service. In there for a called strike, 1-1. Safety Sam from Caltrans, you know, the traffic cone.
I like the traffic
mascot.
cone. That's one of my favorites.
The Arcata High School Tiger. Go Tigers.
Be careful with that tiger and the owl together in the ballpark. Huh?
We have a former Tiger baseball player up here in the booth
Yes, we do.
with us. 1-1. He's fouled back. And it's 1-2. The McKinleyville High School Panther. Finn's booing. I mean, as an Arcata native, I agree. Kit Kat from Pacific Union Elementary. Crabgrass from the Crabgrass Band. I
didn't know
didn't know the band had a mascot. I was unaware. The 1-2 pitch is a line drive, slowly hit up the middle. That's a base hit. Moss had to go back to second. Tried to freeze on the line drive, so he's only going to get to third. So it's going to be first and third. Nobody out.
Gates open at 11:30. Sunday's Mascot Day, and yes, those mascots will race.
And that was Perazzo. Just a slowly hit line drive by Source right up the middle. And as I said, Sutter Moss had to freeze. So he was not going to score. Big chance for the Crabs to keep adding on. I mean,
Well, they're already up by 5.
these league games are very important.
Right, that's right. Just put it out of reach here.
Pitch to Perazzo is outside 1-0. I believe that run differential is a tiebreaker in the standing. So it is actually good for the Crabs to pile it on and just keep adding on runs, as many as they can. Is swung on and missed. It's 1-1. We complain about blowouts up here when it's non-league games, but in league games, it's actually a benefit for a team to get a blowout victory. But we'll see. Long way to go. 1-1 swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Some more mascots: Super Salmon from Sequoia Park Zoo, McGruff the Crime Dog from the Arcata Police Department. Glad he's here. And Pluggy from the Arcata Fire Department.
Oh, it's a fire plug, huh?
And those are all the mascots.
I don't know. Some of that sounds just like Recipe for Disaster to me. I don't know. It could be a bloodbath.
1-2 is popped up down the left field line. Left fielder racing after it. So is the third baseman. And it drops just fair. One run's going to score. That's Sutter Moss. And the Crabs lead it 8-2. And the third baseman, maybe that's the left fielder. It looks like he hurt himself.
I think it's the left fielder. He made a long run, and he had it. It just ticked off the edge of his glove. It's a tough play for the Potters because he almost made a spectacular catch, but it looks like he fell on his shoulder.
Yeah, arm or shoulder, and Crabs trainer Nate Keys is out to check on him. I mean, you're right, Benjamin. Just a tough play all around for the Potters. I mean, that was just a fly ball down the left field line, right in the Bermuda Triangle between the third baseman and the left fielder, and it just dropped.
And it was only fair by about a foot.
And I hope he's all right, because he looks like he's in some serious discomfort.
Well, he fell hard when he went to catch it, so let's hope he didn't dislocate his shoulder or something.
However, I mean, you never want to see anybody get hurt, but we do have the best in the business. And Nate Keys and Chad Farrow, two of the Crabs trainers, they really do a great job.
No, it looks like he's going to walk it off. I think he's okay. That's good to see.
Yeah, it looks like
he's going to stay in the game.
At least stay in to finish out this half inning, and then probably will be evaluated further. As Nate Keys and the coach for the Potters make their way off the field. The Crabs lead 8-2 here in the bottom of the fifth. They have runners at first and second, 2 runs in here in the bottom of the fifth, and still nobody out. And Keenan Morris stepping in. They wait for the Potters manager to make his way back to the dugout. Going out to left field to check on his left fielder, Tyler Russell.
Yeah, they are. Say, I promise I knew it right.
All right, here we go. Pitch to Morris is swung on and missed. 0-1. That was a nasty breaking ball from Drew Kirby. Got Morris to chase out of the zone, which he does not do very often.
No, he doesn't.
One is popped up again down shallow fly ball into left field, and coming in and making the catch is Tyler Russell, 1 away. So good to see him make the catch after appearing to injure himself just a bit ago. First and second, 1 out. That's going to bring in Jacob Pappas.
Now batting number 35, Jacob Pappas.
Haven't gotten Pappas out yet tonight. He has 2 singles and a walk.
Pitch to Pappas, breaking ball misses high and inside, 1-0. Misses up high, 2-0. Misses up high, and it's 3-0. 3-0 pitch right down the middle for a called strike. It's 3-1. Misses up high, ball 4, and the bases are going to be loaded. For Cameron Sewell, who in the 3rd inning hit a 3-run shot out to right field. At the time, made it 3-1 in favor of the Crabs. It really jump-started the offense.
Cameron Sewell.
Crabs trying to pile on here. Sewell way high and outside, and it's 1-0. Is a high fly ball out to left field. Russell ranging over to his right, making the catch, tagging up at 3rd, and scoring is Kavanasaurus, and the Crabs lead 9-2 on the sac fly from Cameron Sewell.
4th RBI of the game.
First, second, 2 outs. It's going to bring in Adam Enyart.
Now at number 16, Adam Enyart.
Enyart's 1 for 3.
Pitch to Enyart, misses up high, 1-0. 1-0, a check swing that was just hit off the bat, off to the right into the seating area behind the Potters dugout. 1-1. Is a line drive out to center field. Williams going back, and it's over his head, off the top of the wall. 1 run's going to score. 2nd run being waved around. He's going to score. That's Pappas, and the Crabs lead it 11-2. 2 RBI double from Adam Enyart. Crabs piling on. That's going to bring in Tyler Howard. I mean, in a league game that really means a lot, you love to see this from the Crabs.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Continuing to put pressure on.
Just pounding.
Number 17, Tyler Howard.
And boy, a tough outing for
Drew
Kirby. Boy.
Like I said, run differential matters. So, I mean, you might see the Crabs continuing to put pressure on, steal bases. Pitch to Howard high and inside 1-0, even if they're up by 9 runs. Run differential could come to mean a lot at the end of the season. Could be the difference between getting into the championship series and missing out. So the 1-0, this is high and inside again, 2-0. Inside, And it's 3-0. 5 runs in for the Crabs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. (3-0). Inside ball 4.
Now they batted around. They need to get this guy out of the game.
Yeah, Kirby's having a rough time.
Here comes the manager. I think he may be out.
I'll bring in Houston Hirschkorn, and there is somebody throwing in the Potters bullpen, and Potters manager makes the signal out to the bullpen, so they will indeed be bringing in a new pitcher. The Crabs have runners at first and second with 2 outs. 5 runs in already here in the bottom of the 5th. Crabs lead it 11-2 as the Potters make a pitching change. We're going to go back to the studio for a 60-second break. Listen to Humble Crabs Baseball on ESPN 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Downtown Arcata. Bottom of the 5th inning. Crabs have runners at first and second with 2 outs and 5 runs in already. Crabs lead 11-2. New pitcher coming in for the Potters is number 16, Dawson Roddick. Who also pitched in relief a couple of times against the Crabs down in Lincoln last weekend. He will face Houston Hirschkorn.
For the Potters, number 16, Dawson Roddick. Batting for your Humble Crabs, number 22, Houston Hirschkorn.
All right, here we go. Mr. Hirschkorn is a slow grounder to the right side, picked up by the first baseman, booted, throwing to the pitcher, covering Roddick just in time. And that's going to do it for the Crabs finally here in the 5th. They get 5 runs. Crabs lead it 11-2 as we head to the top of the 6th. You're listening to dominating Crabs baseball. Humboldt's ESPN 107.3 FM. Welcome back to downtown Arcata, top of the 6th inning. Crabs lead the Potters by a score of 11-2. Miles Standish out for his 6th inning of work. Face Paniagua, McGraw, and Brian Williams Jr. Hasn't been an issue for Miles Standish, but at this point, Crabs just need to throw strikes.
That's right.
Outside 1-0.
Just let the defense do its job.
They've had big leads this season in the past and let them get away because they can't throw strikes. The 1-0 in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Not worried about that for Standish, but whoever comes in after him. 1-1, check swing. Pitch misses just outside. 2-1. 2-1, fouled straight back. And it's 2-2. Two misses low, and the count goes full 3-2. I like that, Finn. 3-2 is swung on and missed strike 3. And again, I mean, not really an overpowering fastball from Standish, but another Potters hitter can't catch up to it.
Yeah, fooling them with it.
1 out.
Number 25, Ty McGraw.
McGraw, ooh, nice breaking ball. In there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Started inside, then broke right over the plate. Nice slider from Miles Standish. 0-1 again, throws the slider, pitch is hit right to the Crabs' second baseman, King Sewell, 2 away. And that's going to bring in Brian Williams Jr.
For the Potters, number 12, Brian Williams Jr.
To Williams for a called strike, and it's 0-1. 1 misses outside, and it's 1-1. A ground ball towards the shortstop. Peraza gloves it nicely. High throw to first, but a great
well
job
done. What a play
by Houston Hirschkorn, the first baseman, to keep his foot on the bag. And that's going to do it for the Potters here at the top of the 6th. Just what the Crabs want. Potters go in order. Crabs lead 11-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to downtown Arcata, bottom of the 6th inning. Crabs lead the Potters by a score of 11-2. It will be Moss, Soares, and Peraza against Dawson Roddick. pitched a couple times in relief against the Crabs on the weekend and has that Tyler Rogers-esque delivery. Throws
Underhand.
Sidearm,
Pretty
underhand
much. Yeah.
delivery.
Batting for the Crabs, number 6, Sutter Moss.
Sutter Moss will step in. Pitch to Moss, outside 1-0. Misses outside, and it's 2-0. Misses outside, and it's 3-0. Pitch misses well outside, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Sutter Moss, and none of those were very competitive. As Moss heads down to first to lead off the 6th. That will bring in Cavanasaurus.
Batting next for the Crabs, number 10, Cavanasaurus.
Christosaurus, and for a called strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch is a little looper in the center field, but Williams, center fielder, is going to come in and make the catch. 1 away. And that's going to bring in Michael Perazo, runner at first with 1 out.
Batting next, number 13, Michael Perazo.
Perazo misses well outside, 1-0. Pitch is a ground ball and a couple of hots to the shortstop. Flips to second for 1, on to first, in time, double play. And that's going to do it for the Crabs here in the 6th. They fail to score, but they lead 11-2 as we head to the top of the 7th. Stay tuned. The Professor, Benjamin Schaefer, will be taking you the rest of the way. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, ESPN 107.3 FM. back to downtown Arcata, top of the 7th inning. Crabs lead the Potters by a score of 11-2. Now to take you the rest of the way, here is the professor, Benjamin Schaefer.
Thank you, Liam. Crabs, 11 runs, 10 hits, no errors. 2 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors. For the Potters, a dominating, as Liam said, performance by the Crabs. Miles Standish still out on the mound. And the first pitch to Russell leading it off is a strike on the inside corner. Russell has tripled and struck out so far tonight. And the next pitch is hard ground ball to third. Morris has it and throws him out. 1 away. Who was the third pitcher they brought in for the?
Dawson Roddick.
Roddick. Thank you. And here's a first pitch to Lau, swung on and missed, 0-1. He's 0 for 2. 0-2 is lined into right field. That's a base hit. Moss over to get it. Fifth hit of the game for the Potters. And here's Lee. He's 0 for 2. Pinch hitter number 35.
Now batting number 35, Everett Johnson.
Is it Johnson? Everett Johnson into bat for Lee. Big right-handed hitter. Standish sets and deals. Ground ball, backhand, down to third baseline, just foul. A diving attempt by Keenan Morris over there, but skipped right past him and down the line. Luckily a foul ball. Although it is 11-2. The 0-1 way outside. Throw to first, and he's back. One pitch. This is low, I guess. Just low, barely. 2-1. Big swing and a miss at a fastball high in the zone. And 2-2 now to Johnson. 1 out, Lauer at first. Runners going. A 2-2 is swung on and missed. The throw down the second is in time. Strikeout, caught stealing Cavanosaurus. A perfect throw. And that ends the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors. Nobody left at the end of 6.5. It's 11-2 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. We're back, 7th inning stretch at the Arcata Ballpark. Crabs leading it 11-2. New pitcher on the mound for the Potters. This is number 1, Tyler Hutchinson.
This shout out requires a disclaimer. I did not send this shout out up to myself. The shout out is to the announcer. You are so good at announcing. Keep up the good work. Thank you, kind fan.
It'll be the top of the order for the Crabs. Morris, Pappas, and Sewell.
Allie and Chloe, congrats on the babies, Lil. We can't wait to meet your 3 little guys.
Crabs, 11 runs on 10 hits, no errors, 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for the Potters. First of 3 game series. The teams will meet again tomorrow night at 6:30 and then Sunday a 12:30 afternoon game. And the Crabs are home for another week and then
We got a happy birthday shout out
off on the road beginning on the 8th, I believe,
Happy birthday, Jay.
up to Medford for 3 game series. If you haven't been out to a game yet, you better come on out. Every year without fail, at the end of August or in September, someone says to me, how are the Crabs doing? I need to come out to a game one of these days. And I always have to say, not this year, you're not, because it's already over. The season goes very quickly.
Oh, it really does. Every year it goes by faster and
If
faster.
you've been meaning to come out to a game, better do it.
Not quite at the halfway point, so there's still quite a bit of time, but that time's going to go by quick.
And life is short. So here's Keenan Morris. And none of us knows where we'll be tomorrow. Fastball at the knees, better do it today.
Well, I know where you're going to be tomorrow, and it's not going to be here.
That's right. 0-1 the count. And that pitch misses inside. 1-1. The 1-1 is hit in the air to shallow left field. Coming in to make the catch is Russell. I believe that's still Russell out there, although he did take a hard fall earlier. I think that's still him, so it's good to see him still in the game. 1 away. Here's Pappas.
Now batting for the Crabs, number 35, Jacob Papa.
2 for 2 with a couple of walks tonight. So they have not gotten him out. Got a right-hander warming in the Crabs pen. There's a breaking pitch that misses inside, almost hit him. And he's bearing down out there, so I think maybe the night is over for Miles Standish.
Well, what a night he's had.
He sure has. Just some great pitching again tonight. The 1-0 in the air to left field. He got under it. And Russell's under it near the warning track. 2 away.
The way the ball's been carrying tonight,
I know,
would
yeah.
not have been
Well,
surprised
it's died
if it
down
just
now,
carried
but-
over the left fielder's head. But you're right. As is typical here at the Arcata Ballpark, as night falls, the wind tends to die down.
Back row, Aubrey. Great job tonight, Aubrey.
So here's Cameron Sewell. He has walked, homered, struck out, and has a sacrifice fly. He has 4 RBIs on the night. Hutchinson sets and comes home. There's a breaking pitch right over the heart of the plate. Good pitch. Right at the knees. Slider 0-1.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, 1. Swung on and missed. A big cut there, and it's 0-2 now to Sewell. The 0-2 just missed outside. Sewell thought about it. 1-2 is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th inning. Crabs up 11-2. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that brings the count full. So a good at bat by Sully was an 0-2 hole, then worked the count full. (3-2). Slider down at the knees, and he rolls it out to first base. That was a good pitch. And that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Crabs. In the 7th, they lead 11-2. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark. New pitcher on the mound for the Crabs. It's Brody Jacobs on in relief of Miles Standish, who was great.
Yeah, Standish was outstanding.
It leaves with an 11-2 lead.
And Brody Jacobs,
On the mound for the Crabs from Central
so
Florida,
far on the
card
season,
number
this is
35,
his
Brody Jacobs.
5th appearance. 13 2/3 innings pitched. In those innings, he has given up 7 hits, 6 runs. 5 of those are earned. He has walked 8, struck out 10. Comes in with a record of 1-0.
Got a cool blue glove. I like that.
We have sent it to Charlie from Lori. Happy 43rd anniversary, honey. Your contract is renewed.
In the night for Miles Standish, 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs.
Now batting for the Potters number 7, Tyler Russell.
And we have a pinch hitter.
What do we got here? 29. 21.
Braden Sharp.
Sharp. Braden Sharp for Ty Russell.
That's number 21. Note 24. Jason Hansen.
All right.
Number 24, Jason Hansen.
Hansen. All right. So it'll be Hansen, Story, and Eaton scheduled to bat. And the next pitch, that miss outside.
I believe so.
1-0. Fastball rides high. It's 2-0.
I think the count's 3-0.
Well, the scoreboard says 2-1 now.
2-1.
So
I trust Jack.
I trust Jack. 2-1 misses inside.
I was trying to figure out who the pinch hitter was. So
When I was too, yeah.
I trust that Jack, the best scoreboard operator in the Pacific Empire League, is actually watching the game.
3-1. A ground ball down the left field line, and that's going to go out towards the bullpen. Here comes the throw to second, and it gets away, and that's a double for Hansen. Just right over the bag and down the line. No further advance, so no error. So a leadoff double here in the top of the 8th inning. And here's the 9-hitter Story.
That was a really good throw from Jacob Pappas. Unfortunately, Michael Peraza couldn't handle it, or else that would have been a pretty close play.
Yeah, it was a close play at second. I thought they might have had him. All right, here we go. Here's Story, 0 for 2. And the first pitch is ground ball over towards third. Backhanded by Morris. The throw to first, and he can't hang on to it. That's going to be an error on first baseman.
E3. I kind of agree with that call.
Morris made a great throw. One bouncer over to Hirschkorn. Hirschkorn hangs on. He's out. So first and second now, with nobody out for the Potters. And we go back to the top of the order. Here's Eaton. Eaton is 0 for 3. It's 2 hard balls hit right down the left field, right over the third base bag. Hansen's double and Story's reach on an error. And there's a fastball that rides inside. It's 1-0 now to Eaton. Crabs have plenty of room, but no reason to mess around. Let's just put these guys down here.
No, that's right.
1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. And he misses away.
I would say they've done a little too much messing around this season with big leads. I mean,
yeah, I agree. Well, as you said, I think the problem has been pitchers coming in and not throwing strikes.
Yep.
2-0. That's hit foul into the left field picnic area. Two and one. Two one. In near left field and deep, going back at the track, looking up, and it's off the base of the wall. One run is in. They're going to hold the other runner at third, and that's a stand-up double for Eaton.
Well, I got to give Jacob Pappas out in left field some credit. He played that off of the wall very well.
Sure did.
And I think he was trying to deke out the hitter and make it look like he was going to catch it, and turned around and played the ball right off of the wall. And it is not an easy wall to play the ball off of with that ridge out there. So definitely could have been worse.
So still nobody out. Second and third, a run in. And the Potter's hitting the ball hard off of Brody Jacobs. (11-3) now in favor of the Crabs. 7 hits on the game for the Potters.
We have another pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter, and that ball, whoever he is, just got hit by a pitch.
Number 9, Aiden Chang.
And that's going to load the bases. Nobody out. And that's the last thing we really need. With the Crabs up 11-3.
I know we're up 11-3, but the way things have gone for
that's
the
what
Crabs,
I mean. Yeah, let's turn around in a hurry.
A
if
little
they don't
nervous right now.
Start getting some outs here.
Yeah.
We have another pinch hitter.
Yeah, number 2, Quentin Marsh.
And now, wild pitch. Nobody's going to move up.
I've seen this movie too many times, Benjamin.
Well, yeah, they need somebody moving in the bullpen because this is not looking promising. And there is somebody beginning to stretch out there. 1-0. It's just worrying when the pitches that our balls are not close and the pitches that are closer hit hard.
Non-competitive pitches.
The 1-0. And that one gets away again in the dirt, 2-0. Not even close. It's like some kind of viral infection. And now here comes Giacone.
Well, I mean, I think I said it earlier. This is what I was nervous about.
I know,
mean, Miles Standish, I mean, 7 great innings through strikes. I mean, was totally in command, but I was pretty worried about what was going to happen when the Crabs went into the bullpen. And unfortunately, it's kind of delivering here.
Do not want to let this team back in the door. I mean, they still got some lot of room, but
well, this is a good Potters team. I mean, with a lot of good talent. So
you know, just throw strikes and let the defense do its work. I mean,
I mean, at least make the Potters, you know, earn their hits. And
well, you know,
come back to this
how many runs did how many runs on walks did the team was here Wednesday night score?
Yeah,
like 4 runs on walks alone.
You go back to Saturday night in Lincoln, the Crabs were up 5-2. They ended up losing 8-5
because of walks.
Because of walks. Going into the 8th inning, they were up 5-2.
All right, 2-0 the count to Marsh. Here's the pitch. And it misses low, 3-0, nowhere to put him. Nobody out, bases loaded, a run already in.
I swear to God.
3-0.
There's no way. There's no way this is happening again.
And now Jacob steps off. From the set, here comes the 3-0 pitch. It's in there. You should just pitch every pitch like it's 3-0.
I would agree.
Just pretend it's 3-0.
That might be the right mindset.
Just pretend it's 3-0. The 3-0 swung on and missed at a high fastball. That was ball 4. And the count goes full. The 3-2 is fouled out of play. Three, 2, ball 4, 11-4 Crabs.
Oh boy.
Aye, aye, aye.
Well, nobody's throwing in the bullpen, so I mean, this is Brody Jacobs' mess to get out of himself.
And it's a mess because now the bases are loaded with nobody out, so it's 11-4. They could conceivably get within 3 runs with a grand slam. There's a strike. Letter high. That one misses high. One and one. Near right field. Going back. Marsh still going back. Still going back. And it's off the base of the wall. That's going to clear the bases. They're going to hold the runner at third as the ball gets away. No further advance, but 2 more runs come in to make it 11-6. A stand-up double for Williams Jr. Yep. That, as Dave Fleming likes to say, can't happen.
Nope. I mean,
We got a shout out to Dill from Ray Ray.
this is what happens when you give away too many free bases. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's true. You give away all these free bases, and all it takes is somebody to hit a ball hard somewhere. And So 11-6 now in favor of the Crabs. And here's Russell. He's tripled in 3 trips. Now finally someone, right-hander, bearing down in the Crabs bullpen.
I believe that is Adam Enyart.
Yeah, let's hope so. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Well, at least first base is open. Nobody out. Nobody out. Outside, 2-0. There's a strike on the inside corner at the knees. Two and one. Two one is hit foul over towards the Potters dugout. 2-2.
I don't know. Depends on how this game ends.
2-2 the count, and that misses high, and that's going to make the count full. Just missed. That was right on the border, but called a ball. 3-2. 5 runs in this inning. Ball 4. And that's going to load the bases again. Oh, my. Oh, my. And I can't believe that's not it. Yeah, here comes Robin. That's it.
I hate to harp on this too much, but I don't think I've ever seen so many Crabs pitchers just so incapable of throwing strikes.
Well, it's frustrating
Just
when
at
you've got an
point in time.
11-2 lead and still nobody out, and it's 11-6, and they got the bases loaded. So, I mean, they're right back in this game. I mean, I never thought they'd get back in this game.
Well, now they're doing the wave here.
Well, yeah, that's making it worse. Yeah. Really. I mean, I got an idea. How about watching the game?
Yeah, this isn't Dodger Stadium.
Where's the beach ball?
All right, while Adam Enyart comes in and takes his warm-up pitches, we'll go to the studio and thank some of our sponsors. This is really disappointing Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back. Adam Enyart on the mound in relief of Brody Jacobs. And third pitcher of the night for the Crabs, Jacobs, incapable of getting anyone out tonight. He's given up 5 runs. Or 4 runs. I have the score 11-7. I thought 4 runs scored.
11-6.
Oh, 11-6. 4 runs scored. I have 5 runs scoring for some reason.
On the mound for the Crabs, got number 16.
Oh, I see what happened. Okay. He's given up 4. He came in and gave up 4 runs, but he left the bases loaded. That's what happened for Adam Enyart. So see if Enyart can bring some sanity to this half inning.
Well, he's done very well on the mound in the past,
He sure has.
especially coming in tough situations. I'll
So here's Lau with the bases loaded. 11-6 Crabs, nobody out.
have his numbers here in a second.
And the pitch. Lined into left field. Coming in and making the catch off his glove. Oh my God, no way, you're kidding. Oh, that's an error on Pappas. Oh, and another run scores. I don't know, Liam. I don't know if I can take any more. (11-7), bases loaded, tying run at the plate.
That's number 35, Edward Johnson.
Unbelievable. Here's Johnson. He's 0 for 3. He's the tying run. There's nobody out. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A good fastball from Enyart in the inside corner. The 0-1. Check swing, and he fouls it up against the backstop. 0-2.
No me gusta.
Enyart rocks and comes home 0-2, and he misses inside. The ball kicks away, but no advance. Another saying, they're saying it hit him or what? No, they're calling him out.
Oh,
So I guess that's called strike 3. I don't know.
did he?
I don't know what happened there.
Okay,
I mean, this wasn't a foul tip, that's for sure.
that definitely was not a strike.
Who knows? One away.
Did he swing?
I don't know.
Okay.
So here's Hansen. He led off this inning with a double. They have batted around. And there's a slow roller towards first. And bobbled at second base by Sewell. This is unbelievable. Another run comes in to score. Another error. And the Crabs just falling apart out there now. Unbelievable. Another run in. 11-8. And the bases remain loaded for Story, who reached on an error. So 3 errors in the inning on top of all the walks. And wow. Unbelievable. Enyart rocks and deals. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. It's 0-1. 6 runs
I'm in disbelief.
in the 8th inning for the Potters. Crabs had an 11-2 lead. Squandered. The 0-1. Swung on and missed 0-2. And the Potters have really only hit 1 ball hard in the whole inning. Enyart rocks and deals 0-2. Slider away, 1-2. Now a conversation between the third base coach and the batter Story.
Well, this is kind of like Saturday night, where, I mean, the Crabs were only up 5-2, so good thing they add an 11-2 cushion. This time they're still up, but Potter's got 6 runs in the 8th on Saturday
They're
night.
up for now. Still only 1 out, and the bases are loaded. The 1-2, way outside. 2-2. In the dirt, it kicks away, no advance, and the count goes full. Nowhere to put Story. Shocking turn of events. Enyart sets and comes home 3-2. Hits him. 11-9.
Oh my God.
Batting number 6, Cole Eaton.
Here's Cole Eaton. Popped in the air. Let's see if someone can catch it. And caught. The runner's holding. So caught by Howard in center field, 2 away. And here's Chang. Was hit by a pitch. First time he came up to bat this inning. Base is still loaded, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it out of play. Oh, and 1. Ooh, good fastball, swung on a miss, up at the eyes. 0-2 now to Chang. The 0-2, Enyart deals, swung on a miss, got him, and the inning's over.
7-run score.
But they get 7 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors, and 3 left. And at the end of 7.5, it's 11-9 Crabs. This is shockingly bad Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. We are back. Bottom of the 8th inning, it'll be Enyart, Howard, and Hirschkorn for the Crabs. 11 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Crabs. 9 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for the Potters. An absurd turn of events. The Crabs entered the top of the 8th inning with an 11-3 lead, and it has dwindled now to 11-9, 11-2 lead. The Potters scored 7 runs on 3 errors and a bunch of walks and hit batters by the Crabs.
Yeah, I mean,
The worst inning, I think that was the worst inning I've ever seen the Crabs play right there.
yeah, I think it's up there for me too. And a big silver lining, obviously, is that they still have the lead. I mean, if they didn't do so well offensively earlier in this game, I mean, Crabs would be down by a lot. So, I mean, just got to flush that inning. Luckily, they can flush that inning with the lead still intact and just press forward and try to get the win.
So here's Enyart. He's 2 for 4 with a double. And the pitch. Popped in the air on the right side, drifting into the outfield. And who's going to get it? It's going to be the outfield. Nobody's going to get it as it kicks off the right fielder, Eaton's glove. There was some sort of miscommunication, I think, between Eaton and Russell. And finally, Eaton dove for it, and it just kicked off his glove. That's a double for Adam Enyart, his second of the night. The Crabs get a break there. Here's Tyler Howard. Howard tonight is 0 for 3. And the pitch, breaking pitch way outside from Hutchinson. It's Ty Hutchinson on the mound. He's the fourth pitcher of the night for the Potters.
Looked like that ball got lost in the lights, too.
It may have, you may be right, yeah. It was clear that neither one of them had a clear idea of who was going to catch it now. 1-0 pitch, breaking pitch. He taps it down on the turf. That's a high bounder on the infield, and nobody's going to have a play. That was a Baltimore chop. He hit it straight down on the turf, and it just took a huge high hop. And on the play, Enyart goes to third.
Well, the Crabs need as many runs as they can get, obviously.
Yeah,
after
obviously, no lead is safe.
After that last half inning, so I told you earlier in the game they needed to pile on. I didn't think they were going to need to pile on for that reason.
Score another 11 runs just to be sure in the top of the ninth.
Batting next number 22, Houston Hirschhorn.
Here's Hirschhorn. Hirschhorn is 0 for 3. Runners on the corners, nobody out for the Crabs. They lead 11-9 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And a throw over to first, and the runner's back. That was not really a pickoff move. And the pitch shows bunt and takes outside. The 1-0, fouled up against the screen. Big cut there by Hirschhorn. The 1-1, swung on and missed. Fastball down low. 1-2. The 1-2, swung on and missed, got him. One away. Here's Sutter Moss. Moss is 1 for 2 with a double. A couple of walks.
Batting next number 16, Sutter Moss.
Enyart at third, Howard at first. Pitch is in the dirt. The 1-0 in there for a strike at the knees. Good pitch right on the inside corner, knee high. 1-1 now to Moss. One. This is low. Two balls, one strike to count. And now a throw to first.
Figure it out.
The 2-1, runners going. The pitch is low. The throw down the second is. The throw is in time, but he didn't get the tag down. And Howard steals. That was strange. I don't know.
That was strange.
It's like Zach Story got the throw and just kind of decided not to bother to try to tag him. I don't know. That was odd.
Maybe dropped the baseball, or.
So now they're going to bring the infield in. Nope. No, they're not. They're going to back him back out again. In at the corners. 3-1 to Moss. And the pitch. He walked him. Oh, no, that's a strike.
That was.
Whoa, terrible.
That was tough.
Okay, I'm gonna yell. Figure it out.
Oh, that was.
Did you have a drink between innings up? What was that?
That was a tough call. Oh boy.
That was ridiculous.
I mean, TrackMan had it well off the plate and low outside.
Three-two. Is that a ball? Yes. That was pretty much the same spot, but kicked up some dust, so it's hard to call that one
not
a
too
strike.
far off.
So that loads the bases. And here comes the Potters coach out to the mound. Nobody warming up in their pen, so.
Man, Pacific Empire League play, it's never dull.
Come on back tomorrow night for game 2 against the Lincoln Potters. Game at 6:30, gates open at 5:30. Senator Mike.
You're really not going to be here tomorrow, Benjamin? You're going to miss out.
I am going to miss out.
For the new facade.
Oh, well.
You sound really broken up about it.
There will be so many mascots in the park. You should be here.
Okay.
Crowd number 10, Savannah Soros.
Here's Soros with the bases loaded and one out. Crabs leading 11-9 in the bottom of the 8th inning, looking for some much needed, apparently, insurance. Hutcherson comes home with a fastball outside. The 1-0. That's a strike. Outside corner, bell high. I'd like to see the Crabs stats, total stats, team stats, walks and strikeouts now, because I bet it's far less than 2-1 now.
I can show you after the game.
Yeah, I'd be curious.
I don't know if you're going to like it.
Maybe wait till Sunday. The 1-0 breaking pitch. Did he go around? No.
I mean, you kind of feel
2-1.
a little bit for the Crabs coaching staff. You know, Stiver, Giacone. I mean, because you're just sitting there.
There's nothing you can do.
Helpless.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when guys can't throw strikes, I mean, you're just sitting there watching. So it's got to be really frustrating for them.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Obviously frustrating for whoever's on the mound because no Brody Jacobs isn't trying to.
No, of course not.
To walk a bunch of guys. So it's frustrating all around.
2-1, and I don't know what the umpire's pointing at. Oh, he's pointing at
time. I think
he's pointing at.
Sora's called time.
Soros. So 2-1 to Soros. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. And that's outside, 3-1. So whatever it is, it appears to be catching.
Well, I'll take it.
3-1. Yanyard at third, Howard at second, Moss at first. 3-1 to Soros. And the pitch. In the air to shallow right field, right left center field. That's going to drop. 1 run is in. They're going to hold the runner at third, and it's 12-9 Crabs. Key base hit for Kavanasaurus there. Big hit.
Very good.
Enyart comes in to score. Howard to third. Moss to second.
That pitch is on the inside part of the plate, and Soros just muscled it out.
He just muscled it out there.
Center field.
Batting for the Crabs, number 13, Michael Peraza.
Here's Peraza. He's 1 for 3. (12-9) Crabs. And the pitch. Check swing. He went around.
Ooh. I have to check, Benjamin. Are we at sea level?
We're very close. Yeah. Why?
Well, just the score, 12-9. It's a Coors Field score.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. There's only been 1 home run. There's been far more miscues and walks. The next pitch is a strike on the outside corner, a perfect pitch. The fans don't like it, but that's right on the black.
The score is a Coors Field score. However, the actual game is not been an altitude game.
It's a Little League game. Oh, 0-2 to Peraza. And the pitch in the dirt. One and two.
Oh.
And he swings at the pitch, it gets away from the catcher, and that's going to score another run. And it's a strikeout wild pitch, and the Crabs lead 13-9. Well, we've seen it all this game.
In the mound, Keenan Morris.
Here's Keenan Morris. Base is still loaded. Still only 1 out, and the pitch in there for a strike right down the middle. Oh, and 1. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt. A ball and a strike to Morris. Morris has 2 hits and 5 trips, a big swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Pappas on deck. The 1-2. Way outside, and that's going to get away. And the catcher has no idea where it is, and here comes Sutter Moss in to score to make it 14-9 Crabs. Well, this is definitely not the best played game I've seen at the ballpark.
Definitely.
And now some kind of interruption to the game action. We're ready to go. So runner at third now. With one out. And that's in the dirt. Somehow I've lost a runner somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. Like, I have a runner at first on Point Street, but the runner's not there.
I have a runner at first as well, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
and there's still only one out, so.
Okay. I'm also confused.
That must be two outs. So somehow, Peraza was out. I don't know how, but that ends the inning as Morris grounds out to first. And at the end of 8, the Crabs lead 14-8. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we've had strange errors and disappearing runners in this game.
Yeah.
The runner just disappeared in that last half inning somehow.
Well,
I thought it was me. I thought maybe I had misunderstood.
Peraza,
but
I mean, did he not reach on that strikeout wild pitch?
maybe he didn't. Maybe they threw him out at first. I don't know.
I thought he did.
I thought he reached too. I don't see how he couldn't have. The ball got so far away. I mean, I didn't literally look to first to see, but maybe they threw to first and got him out. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate, it's the last chance for the Potters here in the top of the 9th, trailing by 14-8. Let's see if the Crabs can avoid walking 8 batters to tie the game. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike at the knees now to Marsh. Adam Enyart on the mound trying to close it out for the Crabs. And that would mean, would the Crabs do win this game, they will have won the season series with the Potters, isn't that right?
I believe so.
Yeah, 3-2. Well, they would have at least tied the season series.
Yeah, they're
just 2 more games, yeah.
Guaranteed at least a split.
0-2 to count. Enyart rocks and comes home. This is low and outside. Tomorrow night, 6:30, more wild play to come, I'm sure. It's going to be Liam and Aaron. 1-2. Misses again. Not that the wild play is finished here yet, but. Two and two the count. Here comes the pitch. Fouled away.
Someone in the YouTube chat helping us out. The guy that struck out on the pass ball cannot advance to first base with first base occupied less than 2 outs.
That's right. That's right. Thank you very much. That's exactly right. Good call. Next pitch misses low. And so the count goes full to Marsh.
Crazy things can happen in a baseball game that definitely can get past me.
Yeah, I forgot the bases were loaded.
And all the craziness. Yeah, that's right.
3-2 pitch. Fouled away again. A nice at bat by Marsh to hang in there. Making Enyart work. Three and two. Enyart deals. Again fouled away. A tenacious at bat by Marsh. Three-two. And he walked him. So a fine at bat.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Do we have the total walks in the game by the crab walks and hit by pitch in the game for the Crabs?
I can look that up if you.
I'm not sure I really want to know that. But it would, well, actually, it'd be more interesting since the 7th inning, because recall Miles Standish was spot on.
At least give you the total.
So runner at first, nobody out. Here's Williams Jr. He has doubled and singled in 4 trips. 14 to 8, 9, whatever. 14 to 9 Crabs. And the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. So Marsh over at first. Oh, 1 is high. Just high, just missed. 1-1. The 1-1 is a strike. Nope. I guess miss low. 2-1. All right, 2-1 to Williams Jr. 3-1. The 3-1 is a strike on the inside corner.
That was the correct call.
Yeah, the umpire behind home plate's been pretty good tonight.
Yeah, he's been consistent.
That one terrible call last inning, but
well, we've seen more terrible calls in
that was
one game than that.
Yeah, that was a some kind of aberration. And that misses high, and the first 2 batters are aboard now, back-to-back walks. All right, here we go. Here's Russell. 1 for 3 with a triple, and now here comes
it's Eric Giacconi going out there.
Giacconi out to have a word. Crabs are up by 5. It's not clear that's going to be sufficient. At one point, they are up by 9 runs. It's like there's a self-destruct button somewhere in the Crabs dugout. Somebody accidentally tripped.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Or like somebody overloaded the warp drives or something.
A lot of pitching is mental. I mean, got a lot of guys that have the yips right now. I mean, and Adam Benyard's been really good. So, I mean, he could definitely turn it around here. So
he definitely has.
There's definitely lots of hope. But there are a lot of guys on this pitching staff who have just had a really rough time.
So here's Russell. 2 on, nobody out. In the dirt. Now right-hander beginning to warm up in the Crabs bullpen. The 1-0. That's a strike. Right down the middle. One and one. Down low, 2-1. There's just no reason in the world this game should be this close and have taken this long. The 2-1 misses again. It's 3-1.
Yeah, we have a football score here at the Arcata Ballpark. I know you don't watch football, so.
Well, yeah, but I know what a football score is,
Yeah.
but yes. Three and one. Foul tipped, 3-2. Marsh at second, Williams Jr. at first. 3-2 the count. Enyart sets and deals outside. And that's going to load the bases. 3 walks in a row. Unbelievable.
I've never seen a Crabs team do close to anything like this.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this is about the poorest game I've seen the Crabs play. And just given that they scored 11 runs early and then just not able to get anybody out. There's the first pitch to Lau is a fastball outside, 1-0.
We do have somebody throwing in the Crabs
Yes, they do.
bullpen.
3 walks in this inning. The 1-0. Inside. Two-0. Inside. 3-0. Enyart sets. Here's the pitch. And that's a strike. Three and one. Three-one pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner. Oh boy,
That was
yikes!
a
Really?
gift and a half.
That was a huge gift.
Oh.
That I was so obviously not a strike, and yeah,
Wow.
boy, I'd be filing a lawsuit if I were the Potters over that call. Now he steps out. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
3-2. Boy, Enyart got a huge break there. Let's see if he can take advantage. 3-2. Nope, he hits him. Yeah, and now he's really mad. Now I don't blame him. Now Lou is really mad because he should have walked in the first place, and then he gets hit by a pitch. Still nobody out. A run is in. I jokingly said at the beginning of the inning, I hope they don't walk in. I hope they don't walk 8 straight batters. Well, he's walked 3 straight and hit a batter. So he's halfway there, and that's going to be it for Enyart. 14-10 now in favor of the Crabs, and yet again, the Potters are going to bring a tying run to the plate with nobody out. Let's go back to the studio and take a break while we find someone else to go out there and throw the ball. Here's just Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. All right, we're back. So who is it out there now?
All right, let me see. Well, it's number 39, Max Hippensteel. And I mean, last time out in Lincoln, he did a very good job, was really dominant on Sunday. So I'm really hopeful that Hippensteel can come in and lock this one down.
With nobody out, the tying run's going to come to the plate. 14-10 Crabs, unbelievable.
I mean, look, if there's anybody in this pitching staff I want on the mound right now, it's Max Hippensteel.
I'm not sure there's anybody on this Crabs pitching staff I want on the mound right now.
I mean, trust me,
except for
he's been very good.
Except for Miles Standish. Kind of sorry to see him go.
Hippie so far, this is his 5th appearance, 8 1/3 innings pitched. He's only given up
been really good.
4 hits, 1 run, walked 4, struck out 12.
Yeah.
He has 2 saves. I believe on Sunday he pitched 3 innings and almost struck out 10.
Wow.
So
no, he's been great.
He has been very good, and hopefully he can continue to be his normal self here.
So he's in for Enyart. Bases are loaded. A run is in. Nobody's out. This is Johnson. Here's the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. Suddenly the strike zone's gotten pretty wide out there. 0-1.
I think that umpire wants to go home at some point, or back to his hotel if he's from out of town.
The 0-1 all the way to the backstop, high, and bounces back, no advance. 1-1.
Maybe that was my fault. Maybe I shouldn't have, said all those good things about Hippensteel. I mean, just give him the facts. He's been really good, but that was very abnormal.
5 walks in the last 2 innings. There have been 3 hit by pitches. That's fouled out of play. And 2 doubles.
Sure,
no,
you don't
3 doubles.
Sure, you don't want to come back tomorrow?
Might still be here tomorrow. I don't know.
At this rate.
I mean, the 1-2, and he reaches out and fouls it out of play. Count remains 1-2. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, blew it right by him, 1 away. Here's Hansen. Gonna be a pinch hitter for Hansen.
No, I believe it's still Hansen.
Is it still Hansen?
Yep.
Okay.
Batting next, number 24, Jason Hansen.
Game well over 3 hours now. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. And I don't, I don't believe in clocks in baseball, but I also, and I don't mind a game goes long if it's a good game. But
So now you want the pitch clock.
when it's
Is
just a
that
ton
what
of
you're
walks,
saying?
no, I'm just saying I hate walks and walks and walks. Fouled out of play, 0-2.
All right, so you're saying we eliminate the
The
walk.
story. Yeah, I am saying that. I'm saying the Crabs eliminate walks.
You just take the walk out of the game.
The 0-2 misses inside. One and two. Fouled out of play.
Almost a boot shot.
Still the count is 1-2. 14-10 in favor of the Crabs. 14 runs, 13 hits, 3 errors. 10 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for the Potters. 1 out, bases loaded. And there's called strike 3, and they're 2 away.
Let's
Great
go,
pitch,
Hippie.
right at the knees. And here's Story. He's 0 for 3. So the Potters down to their last out.
Batting next, number 13, Zach Story.
The pitch. This is inside. I have to give it to the Potters. They have worked some good at bats.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just the Crabs pitching's
Oh,
been bad. The Potters
definitely.
have had some great at bats. Another pitch low. It's 2-0. That one just missed. That was a good take.
I think on the flip side, there have just been too many non-competitive pitches from the Crabs
Well,
as
that's for sure, yeah. 2-0. And the pitch. In the air left field. Should end the game. It's going to be the center fielder, Howard, to make the catch and finally end it for the Crabs as they win it by a final score of 14-10 for the Crabs. 14 runs, 13 hits, 3 errors in victory. 10 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for the Potters. The Crabs go to 17-3 in the season. They remain undefeated at home. A wild game, a frustrating game, an upsetting game, but they do pull out the win finally. And Liam, what can you say? I mean,
that was certainly a baseball
it
game.
wasn't pretty, but they got the win, and so that's what really matters ultimately.
In these league games, wins, just getting the win matters.
That's right.
So we can flush it. I mean, all the bad things that happened in this game, flush it, move on, head on to tomorrow. Hopefully it's a cleaner game, cut down on the walks. They really, really need to do that, and hopefully take the series. We'll see.
All right, folks. It'll be Liam and Aaron tomorrow, and I'll be back Sunday. Till then, have a great weekend. This is Crabs Baseball 107.3 FM.